It is okay if you don't have all the answers. It is absolutely okay if you don't know what's next, if you don't know your next step or your next move. But the bigger piece is for you to allow yourself to be in this space, to get to know yourself, to get to know what it is that you want, what it is that you like. I feel like oftentimes we put so much pressure on ourselves, feeling like we need to have the answer right away. We need to know what's next. And just today, I was going through such a void and so much space, and I allowed myself to just be in it. I allowed myself to question. I allowed myself to feel anything that needed to come up and to truly be in my body and not make it wrong and not find a way to change it. And it's so beautiful because once I allowed myself to feel, once I allowed myself to be in that space, so much came through. The next steps, the next things that I needed to do. But if I didn't allow myself the space, if I would have continued to find more and more things to do and to be productive, I wouldn't have known. I wouldn't have gotten the answer. I know that Bob Proctor used to talk about this too, where he said, you gotta take the time to just sit and think. No one who's ever created something, no one who's ever done something remarkable was constantly just doing. The biggest artists, the biggest creators in the world, the biggest innovators, they have the space to think and to not know the answer and to try a million times and be okay with that. And I feel like today, I've had a massive breakthrough as well, where I was like, why am I chasing this so much? Why am I trying to think it has to all be perfect right now? What if this is my time to play and to try and to figure things out and be okay with things not working out just yet? But deep within, also creating that safety that I'm okay and that everything is gonna work out. And I think a lot of times what helps me in those instances is also connecting with the universe or God or with the higher power and understanding that we are co-creators, that you're not alone here, that you're supported, that you're guided, but you can't hear the guidance, you can't hear the support if you're all up here in your mind. So move your body, go out, go on a walk. I literally danced my heart out in front of the mirror. I do belly dancing, so I was just like dancing, and all of a sudden all of this stuff was coming through. I'm like, oh my God, once I allowed these emotions to move through my body, I allowed myself to just be without thinking in my mind and just allowed myself to move. All of this was coming through and I'm like, oh, this is exactly what I needed. And it's so interesting because I practice what I preach. I practice space. I practice feeling into your body. I practice being okay with not knowing what's next, and truly embodying it is something completely else. It's a complete different experience than just saying one thing and doing it. And so ask yourself, where right now in your life are you maybe giving the best advice to your friends, the best advice to the people in your life? Maybe you're a business coach or life coach, whatever that might be, and you're giving advice to those people. Are you truly doing the things yourself though? And I truly believe that when you do embody the work that you teach, all of that stuff will come through that needs to come through. And if it doesn't, then it's just not time yet. And being okay with that is just such a powerful, powerful lesson. The other thing as well here is being okay with things changing. I feel like for a long time in my life, I'm a very routine person. I'm like, I want to know the answers. I want to know them now. I'm a very go-getter. And I realized it's good to be a go-getter. It's good to implement. It's good to do. But if it comes from a place of needing to do it in order to feel good enough, needing to do it in order to feel worthy, needing to do it in order to be productive, and my worth being tied to my productivity, I realized then it doesn't make me happy anymore. Then I'm doing it just for the sake of doing it without actually realizing or understanding, is this actually what I want to do? Is this actually what wants to come through? And so the other thing as well is allowing yourself to be okay with change. Maybe right now the answers are not coming through for you because you're scared of change. Because right now you actually have to change something in your life in order for this to come through. So today, as an example, usually I used to just power through. I used to just do more work, sit on my butt in front of my computer and just do it. And today I was like, no, I just needed to lay in my bed. I needed to dance. I needed to do art. I needed to change what I was doing. Because if I wouldn't have changed what I was doing, it's called interrupting the pattern. Interrupt the pattern of what it is that you're doing. And you will notice how things might actually start changing. It's so powerful. It's so beautiful. Don't be scared to interrupt the pattern. So ask yourself right now, what is it in your life that you got to interrupt? What pattern are you clinging on to that you know if you broke that, your life might just change or you might get the answers? I really hope this resonated with you. If it did, please let me know down below. Subscribe to the channel. Sending you so much love, and until the next time.